What is good? Hello, everyone. Actually, I forgot. I'm supposed to post this in groups. Welcome back. The first video, my first live stream, really, of 2026, but first video of 2026. I've kind of been taking a little time off from the videos, focusing mainly on Twitter. But we are back. We are so back. I might do more live streams like this. I wanted to do this one just because of the whole artifact news and everything that's happening. However, I want to keep doing the videos, of course. Let me just post this in my group. I am live streaming and ICOs. Okay, here we go. Welcome, everybody, to the video. Today, we got a ton to talk about. We're going to talk about what's going on with Artifact. We're going to talk about what is happening with the ICOs. There are three major ICOs right now. We got MegaETH potential news, potentially dropping in January. So let's get straight into all of that. I'm just going to make sure the audio is good. Audio is perfect. Great. So let's jump right into it. Let me change the view. Boom, like that. Cool. And the chat, we got some. Hey, what's up? What's up, Manny? Thank you for joining. Let's go. So let's jump right into it. We're wearing the Artifact hoodie today because, as you can see here, CloneX are up 250%. If we take a look at the collection, overnight, they absolutely ripped. They went from 0.08 all the way to 0.4, currently sitting at 0.32. And all of this is due to potential news. I say potential because it has not been confirmed officially by Artifact. But here you can see Nike sells Artifact in December. If we scroll down a little bit right here, December 16th, apparently they made a deal and they sold Artifact, including CloneX, I guess all of the shoes and everything, and as well as the Animus stuff. Here you could see Animus also pumped. It was up like 650% this morning. Really not as much volume as CloneX, and it died down especially, whereas CloneX, the volume is continuing to be strong. However, I just saw, thank you, Homeless. I saw you just shared my post. Thank you, sir. I just saw that. I got the notification. But what I like here, one, the article was posted at 2:47 p.m. Nobody realized, nobody noticed, and it only started picking up volume at 11 p.m. But I like that if you look, like there's no crazy volume spike. There's no insiders. I'm sure they accumulated for months, right? I would have for sure done that too if I bought it, but no like insiders, no front running. I like that. It was just organic. People realized the news on their own and they started buying. So amazing to see Artifact make a comeback. Like, I'm a big fan of the Artifact brand. It was just horribly managed for so long and they milked us. Like, dude, this hoodie was like $350. You can't see them because of the, let me switch to this view. These shoes are like $1,000, dude. What was I thinking? But like, I love Artifact, so I want them to make a good comeback here. No official commentary by the Artifact account. I didn't see like the main team outside of the CTO here. Funny enough, on December 23rd, which is 7 days after the 16th, so a week after they officially closed the deal, somebody said, "How's Artifact doing?" on a random post. It was like a political post. And then the CTO, or former CTO now, said, "You shall know soon." Also completely unrelated to the yeah. And then pretty gangster of him, he remembered this and he comes back today and he says, "Now you know more, but will there be more? Who knows? Stay tuned for more adventures." So he's obviously talking about the article here by Artifact News. Really cool to see. I hope, this is all true. We don't know who the buyer is yet. We have speculation. I saw a ton of different speculation. People saying Gary Vee. I don't think that's the case. People saying Yuga with Amazon. I personally would not like if Yuga bought it. Like, Yuga already bought a bunch of brands. They sold off Moonbirds. I want them to focus on Bored Apes. I want Gary Vee to focus on VeeFriends for this. I'm seeing a ton of different names. Some of them I don't know. I'm going to try to get in contact with the names. I saw Adam, was it Adam Wiseman? I don't want to butcher his name. Weltzman, Adam Weltzman. Some people speculating, ooh, he has the sickest skull of Lucy. That's dope. Yeah, so it might be him. Maybe I'll reach out to him too and find out if it is. Obviously, I don't think he'd tell me, but I'm just going to let him. If you're watching, dude, would love to chat. Whoever bought Artifact would love to chat with you about what your plans are. But yeah, really cool news. Really see them, really cool to see them making a hopeful comeback. I saw ICO Beast was shitting on this a little bit. Yeah, let me find his post here. He says the final exit liquidity for CloneX holders. Dude, I'm excited. I like NFTs. Let us have our NFTs, bro. You don't need to shit on it. Let us have our NFTs. Let me know if my mic is making weird noise, by the way. I actually recorded this as a video, but the audio was horrible. I don't know if it's like something going on with my mic. I might need to replace it, my wires or something. But there was a lot of weird pitch that I had to get rid of. But NFTs in general, I know a lot of people are excited about NFTs. I started posting more about NFTs, and I saw some like, oh, now you're bullish again. Like, yeah, obviously I'm going to be bullish if the macro changes, but this is a bounce after people exited their bags at the end of the year, right? Crypto was down incredibly bad in 2025. NFTs are down incredibly bad in 2025. So people were able to take advantage of tax loss harvesting, and it's a little bit echoey. Let me check to make sure I'm using the right microphone. Audio. Yeah, it should be the right microphone. Let's switch to this. Maybe this is better. Yeah, it's because it's on my camera mic. It's this mic, but it's more scratchy. There was like a weird scratchy noise that was pitching it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so people were excited for NFTs. Me too. We still have such a long way to go, and I view this as a end of the year bounce, right? Or beginning of the year bounce. So NFTs are not back. Like I'm seeing now this morning, there's potentially war that's about to happen with Iran. I don't know if that's the case, but if that does, like that is not bullish for our cartoon monkey pictures, but there's a few collections that do stand out to me. One of them is going to be, let me just grab it here, is going to be Hypurrs, and Hypurrs have taken a beating. If we just go over the past year, they've been down only. It's crazy to think that when these dropped, they were trading for $60,000 and now they are trading for $15,000. Like you got double wrecked. Not only are they down bad from like, yes, the high of 16, but on average, they were between 1,000 to 1,200 hype. They're at 550 hype. Hype also took an absolute beating of an all-time high of $60 and currently trading at $27. So you got double wrecked on your Hyper holdings. And one of the reasons they're starting to get organic volume, because I noticed the activity, a lot of it is actual buys and not people just dumping in the bids, which is usually the case. Obviously, there's going to be a few. The reason behind that is this post here by the Hyperliquid account, where there's a lot of Hypurrs in this image. Let me zoom into it. Maybe if I open image in a new tab. Yeah, here we go. Right here, there's a airplane dropping tokens on the Hypurr. So people are speculating that this is going to be a airdrop for the Hypurrs holders. I really hope that's the case because they have taken a beating. If you bought since TG or since the airdrop and you've been holding, like you got wrecked. I'm sure the team is fully aware of this. The team is known for doing great airdrops. So it would be great to see them get an airdrop. Outside of that, on the Sol NFT side, I'm not a big Sol NFT guy. Outside of Bodogos, shout out Bodogos with the skateboards right here. But I did see this post from Rohits saying Madlads pumped 17%. They're up from 21 to 28 Sol from speculation that Backpack is going to be TGing soon. So if we take a look at them, they're currently still sitting at 28.5. So really cool to see, some NFTs getting attention. If we're going to talk airdrops, we have Hypurrs, we have Madlads, and then of course we cannot not mention Moonbirds. This is the main one I am looking at for an airdrop in Q1, early Q1, according to them, of 2026. They've kind of just been ranging. They did recently go back above 2, and now they're at 1.8. Like I haven't aped anything. I bought a bit of ETH into the beginning of the year. I'm still sitting in a lot of stables. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with this market. I'm not convinced we're out of the woods. Especially with this war stuff going on. So Yeah, what's up, Captain? He just wrote to me. Yes, I am live, sir. Yeah, so Moonbirds is one. I have a decent amount of the SBTs. I'm not currently holding any Moonbirds, so this is another one I'm looking to get back into. But yeah, just in general, nice seeing NFTs get attention, but I do not think we are out of the woods just yet, despite some bull posting on the timeline and stuff. It's early stages. We're in the early innings of this year. Hopefully this year is really good risk on, but we'll see. We'll see what's going on in the world because it's way more than just our monkey pictures. Moving into token side, we have Coinbase adding MegaETH to their roadmap. Now this is really good because if we look here, the history of them adding coins to the roadmap, we have Lighter taking 18 days to launch. We have Brevis taking 17 days, Theoric 8 days, Monad 21 days, and Aster 13 days. So on average, 2 to 3 weeks. 2 to 3 weeks. What's up, Perez? Boom. Perez said he missed the call. We all did, sir. Don't worry. Love the new, love the new haircut. Yeah, so it takes 2 to 3 weeks for the token to go live. So that would be amazing for MegaETH if it happened. That means before the end of January, we would get the Mega token. So really excited. I invested in 2 different rounds of MegaETH. So that would be really cool, obviously, for my bags. It's currently trading on, let's just go to Hyperliquid. No, not Hyperlaunch, Hyperliquid. Boom, it is currently trading at 2.5 bill. So a 2.5x if you did the Echo round, and I guess that's a 5x if you did the Fluffles round, which is 50% vested. But still, hopefully everything is going really good with the MegaETH Frontier, which is their mainnet that is currently in a testing phase with projects only. Although there's certain projects that are letting communities test it out too. But very excited for this. Now let's jump into the ICOs of the week because we have 3 ICOs that I'm trying to keep up with the it's so small for some reason on the screen. I got to find a way to make it bigger. What is it? Great live as always. Keep up the good work. Hey, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in. If you guys can hit the like button, that really helps me. It helps more people see the live stream, and that'll pump our bags. So it's like in your favor to hit the like button. Cool. So let's jump into some ICOs. So we have 3. We have Infinex, we have Trove, and we have Ranger. Now, all 3 of them are very different in terms of where they're raising, how they're doing their raise. The one that's been live the longest is Infinex. Let me just get my mic back up here. Is Infinex, and it's going pretty slow. If you ask me, let me close some tabs. I can't. Wait, let me do this and close some tabs because it's starting to piss me off. Boom, close, 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 close. Let's close more. Close, close. Bear with me here. Boom, here we go. Let's fix the screen size. Perfect. Cool. So this one has been live since January 3rd. I have 2 videos on this. If you need help with the tool's actually really good. With the sale, I have a video explaining it, but they did change some terms. So one thing that changed was you forgot. I'll check the chat in a second. So one thing that changed was the time. So it was supposed to end originally on January 6th, and I'm just muting everything because I keep getting too many DMs. It was supposed to end on January 6th. Now it's going until January 10th. So they extended it. Another thing they changed is the maximum. So they had a cap of 2,500 per person, and now they got rid of that, which in my opinion makes sense. Like, especially with how slow it was filling up, get rid of that cap makes perfect sense. They are currently at 1.8 million, 36% with 2 days left, which is, it's not the best. I do think it's going to fill out, which I'll explain why, but you got to consider they raised $68 million last year selling NFTs. And now they're, it seems like they're struggling to raise 5 million. Now, there's a few reasons for this. The first reason is the FDV. Now, it says 100 million, but that's with a 1-year lockup. If you want to sell on day one, which let's face it, most people do, you get out at 300 million FDV, and it's linearly descending unlock. So if you wait 3 months, it'll be at 250, 6 months, 200 mil, and so on. Now, if we check just the Polymarket, which is often a good indicator, you could see that less than 50% believe it's going to be over 300 mil after 24 hours. So, aping in at 300 mil, and people think after a day it's not even going to be at that price, is not the most like bullish indicator for people trying to get into this sale. Now, another thing that's happened is the founder has had a lot of battles on Twitter, which I think it's not fair towards the product, because the product is good. And like, I've spoken to the team, man. The team are really hard worker. They're super nice people. So I feel bad that, they're kind of taking some shrapnel from all this stuff. And people are pissed because of the Hypurrs stuff. Like, they got obliterated on ethos. They used to be bullish. Now it's only 16%. So 84% of people have, voted them as negative. I think a lot of this are the Hypurrs who are upset. I know the founder said some stuff. I won't say the word on my YouTube just for the sake of my YouTube channel, but it doesn't speak, like, the product is separate. Now, the token itself, totally up to you if you want to enter it or not. What I am personally playing is the Polymarket for commitments. How much are people going to invest? I have a position in right now for less than 7 mil. So a no on over 7 mil and a no on over 10 mil. Both of these positions are currently in the green. However, I'm going to monitor them, especially the 7 mil. I don't think the 10 mil hits. Not financial advice, Kev, it's just my opinion. But the reason I'm not playing the 5 mil, and the 5 mil is at 18 cents. That is over a 5x return. The reason I'm not playing it is because the founder here said, in case you are inclined to continue trading against the sale closing, I want to be unequivocally clear, the sale will close. And here he is talking directly about the Polymarket, because people were saying, oh, there was front running by insiders for the Polymarket of 5 mil, because this thing was trading at like 18%. And then 18 hours before they made the announcement that they removed the cap, it just full sent to 80%. Now, in his defense, which is what he says here, they had been talking about this in their private chats with the patron holders. They have been floating the idea. I think they even let them vote on it. So people knew this was coming, and you were able to front run it if you're a holder or if you're in the chats. Look, I don't care even about the insider, like, go for it, make your money. But I'm not going to bet against him in terms of the 5 mil here. I am currently in a position of 7 mil. A lot of the volume does come in on the final day. So it's very possible they go way higher than 5 mil. I'm just going to monitor the situation. Moving on to the second pre-sale of the week, that is Ranger. Now, Ranger has only been live for a day. Let me refresh this just because I've had this tab open for a minute. They are at $2.65 million. So they've actually passed Infinex in terms of their raise. The product is, it's in the same realm, right? They have perps, they have spot trading, they have an earn section where you can get APY, very similar to the Infinex product. They are raising at a ranging market cap, FDV. They're ranging at, because they're selling 10,000 tokens they're selling 39% of their tokens. If they raise the 6 million that they're targeting, they are raising at 15 mil FDV. However, they have this thing, where is it here? Right, okay, right here. They have something called a buy wall where they're able to raise more money than, so if it's over allocated, they could potentially accept 8, 10, $20 million, whatever they want, and use that money as a buy wall to protect the token. Now that's a cool idea. It's also going to raise your FDV, like because it's from the 10 million tokens, as far as I'm understanding. So it's going to raise your entry. The timeline, for some reason, is trying to convince me. I saw a bunch of posts like easy 4x, easy 4x. I don't know where they're getting that number from. I always look to the Polymarket. If we look to the Polymarket, less than 50% of people believe it's going to be over a 2x if they only raise $6 million after 24 hours. So I don't know where this easy 4x is coming from. Why does my mic keep going down, bro? If it's coming from. So I'm like weary with this one. I might enter it because I do think it could be profitable. If we look at the previous MetaDAO sales, they've all been profitable. There's only 7 here for some reason. There have been 8. 8 of 8 have been profitable. I did not check the vesting terms, so I could be wrong on people being able to get out and stuff. But 8 of 8 have been profitable. 5 of 8 are still profitable, and the highest returns are 21x and 16x. We have some 8x, some 7x, like really good returns so far. This is the highest FDV, I believe, so far, and the most amount of money they've raised. Before this, it was Solomon with 8 million. But I did see this tweet here that they raised, or they were able to bring in $103 million. That is insane, considering that they were only trying to raise 8 million. Let me just drink water. So when it comes for this one to the, let me just blow my nose 1 second. I need to sneeze and I'm trying to hold it back. And then okay. So when it comes to this one, playing the, how much are they going to raise game? I'm playing it. Don't get me wrong. Ignore this $10. I just put like when they had only raised $1 million, I put $10 because it was a 10x. But I have a bid in here for less than 140 million. I'm waiting to see how it goes because that 100 million raise from Solomon scared me. There is no KYC as far as I understand on this platform. So it could very well happen on the final day. People are full aping this one and they raise 20, 40, 60 million dollars. Who knows how much? Like, I have no idea how to measure this thing, but I am looking at this dashboard. Shout out to Swishy ETH, by the way, for building these dashboards. Give him a follow. Really good tools. If we look like that, he's tracking the momentum here. Their hourly rate is $17,000 per hour. Let me refresh it because it probably did update. Okay, now it's gone higher, $100,000 per hour. It doesn't, like, they need over $1 million on average per hour in order to reach 120, in order to reach even 100 million. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm willing to bet on these higher ones, especially as we get closer to the end. If we see they're at 30 mil, 40 mil, you're not getting crazy returns, right? You're getting an 8%, a 12%, even a 19%. For me, that's good enough. Like, I don't need to always be making 20x's, 30x's. I just want wins. I want to be placing trades on Polymarket, and I want to be, making profit, right? Making profit in this market. We'll talk about Polymarket in a second and why I'm so adamant about making trades on this platform. Not sponsored, although I want them to sponsor me, but not sponsored. But yeah, this is the second one that I'm looking at that, people seem convinced that it's going to do really well. MetaDAO has a really good history. So yeah, I'm avidly keeping an eye on this one. And then the third one is going to, let me just look at comments in case somebody said stuff. Hypurrs are very cheap right now. Are they worth holding? Got one today. I haven't looked at Hypurrs in a minute, to be honest. Just because of the, they originally did really well, and then the community imploded. Like, the community blew up from inside. Wow, they're down to 8 hype. What a downfall. I like them, but I think now just on Hyperliquid, it's the main one is Hypurrs. Like, to me, that's the main one. That's the one I want to hold, even though, yeah, it's way more expensive. Look, it's 8 hype. I don't think it's a bad bet. It's not the craziest bet, right? So it could go up very well, but they don't have the notoriety they once did back in the day. You forgot to mention Klano token drop on the NFT side for Q1. I got to talk to the Klanosaur team, dude. It's many times people tell me to check. Have you looked into the worm Toxito? Dude, I saw you, my bad. I don't think I responded to your DM. I looked at it and then it was like a 20 post thread. And I was like, yeah, I'm not reading this right now. I haven't looked into it though. The first I heard about it was TMA posted about it, I think. And then I just didn't do the homework. But let's move on here. The final token that we're going to talk about is Trove. Trove is the third ICO, the only one on this list that is not live yet. It is going live on the 8th of January at a 20 mil FDV, 100% unlock, just like Ranger. I don't think I said that for Ranger. Ranger is also a full unlock on day one, and they also have a point system for the allocation. These guys are also using a point system for the allocation. I've never used Trove in my life, I don't think, and I have 450,000 points. That's because they're using all of your trading volume on Hyperliquid. All of your Hyper unit bridging on Hyperliquid. I held a Hyper at the time, so I got points. And between 250 to 1,000 to 10 million, you are getting priority in the sale. You're getting like 10 to 20% boost in the sale. So this is another one I'm keeping an eye on. It's only in, like, they give stats here, 1 billion volume and all that. It's on the testnet though. So I'm just like, does any of this matter? Like, does 1 billion in volume on the testnet? I would expect higher on a testnet, if anything. Don't get, like, I'm not trying to shit on the platform. The platform looks cool. It's a place where you can leverage trade Pokemon cards, like Birkin bags, RWAs, equities. So the idea behind it is cool because as of today, before this, all you can do is just buy and sell these things. So excited for that. They are racing at a 20 mil FDV. Again, I'm seeing on the timeline, like easy play. Just look to the Polymarket, dude. What are people willing to put their money on? And we can see that this is commits. We can see that only 60% think it's going to be over their current raise after 24 hours. Less than 1/4 of people think it's going to be over a 2x within the first or after the first 24 hours. So to me, this is not a bullish sign. Yes, it could open at 100 mil in the first 24 hours and then just go down. And that's why people aren't willing to bet on it. And these numbers are probably going to get a lot more attention when the sale goes live. But I'm like, to me, I'm weary about this stuff. I think there's so many ICOs happening that I'm just not rushing into any of them. I think you need to be really meticulous with your money, especially with how we've seen a lot of people handle ICOs and they kind of just delay. All 3 of these projects, I believe, are supposed to launch in January, but we'll see what happens with the state of the market. But look, Trove looks like a really cool product. I'm not shitting on anything, but what I'm playing again is the commit game. I have not put a position on this one yet. I'm waiting to see the demand once it opens up, and then I'll place a position. But I don't know. Maybe I will take a position on no on 10x because it's really close to the 8 mil here. The 10 mil, not 10x. We'll see. I'm not saying I'm taking a position, but so yeah, those are the 3 sales. And then I wanted to talk about Polymarket. I did see this post here by Eliza saying, and I read this article, the Polymarket CMO confirms an airdrop and looks to Hyperliquid token for inspiration. Now, they are not saying that they are doing like Hyperliquid and they are giving away 30% of their token to the community. They didn't confirm that, but they did praise Hyperliquid for their ability to build their community and the success of their token. Other than like, yeah, it's been down only for the past couple of months, but it's still a 10x or a 9x from its opening price. Like, it is one of the most successful tokens we have had. It's the most successful token we've had this cycle by far. So if they do similar to them, like here are the tiers on Hyperliquid. Hyperliquid had the greatest airdrop one of the greatest airdrops we've ever seen, right? So this is one of the reasons I am playing on Polymarket and placing trades. So I'm going to have a video in the near future, probably on Polymarket and how to get the airdrop. I have a tutorial, number 1 tutorial, guys, number 1 latest tutorial on YouTube. Let's just do Polymarket tutorial. Your boy, boom, second, but only a month old, 27K views. Polymarket, I don't know why you aren't sponsoring your boy, but go watch this tutorial if you need help. I'm going to make probably a shorter version, but I also want to make a airdrop guide for how I'm playing it. I just think it's going to be things like volume, placing trades, but also holding trades till resolution, having limit orders open and getting those rewards. I think there's a ton of factors here that are going to come into play. So that's what I'm doing. Outside of that, I know there's all like the perp stuff. If I go to hopefully I don't have anything weird bookmarked. If I go to my bookmarks here, like I'm seeing a lot of these posts about Perp Dexes. Some Perp Dexes have already confirmed airdrops for their community. Extended has been out for a while, but I'm pretty sure this is the one that's backed by Revolut. Yes, backed by Revolut. That's a good sign, right? Lighter did well, in my opinion, because it's backed by Robinhood. So, Exchange is, EdgeX, excuse me, is one I've been farming. Paradex is one I'm looking at. Variational is another one a lot of people are talking about. I haven't so much done Pacifica. I haven't touched Limitless. Like, I tried. Maybe I need a VPN or whatever. Is this The limitless token, no, gravity, because that's a different one. And then on top of that, like there's a lot more. There's NATO or whatever that I see people talking about lately. Some of these though are recycled perp dexes, rebranded perp dexes. That's what I got to do research and figure out which one it is. But there was a really good post in my bookmarks on perp dexes. I don't know where I'll find it, but yeah, dude, there's so many perp dexes out there. So like, look, I'm farming this stuff, but don't farm it unless you're a perp dex trader too. Do not get liquidated farming unless you're a perp dex trader. We have a lot coming in January. Like it's going to be a good month. We have Zama coming. We have Fogo. Oh, Deep Node AI is on the 9th. I didn't even know. MegaETH January. Let's go. So yeah, we have a lot that's coming. Very exciting month. Hopefully, like the market doesn't nuke. Coin market cap. Bitcoin down to 91K. Maybe this, I mean, market open. We always nuke on market open, right? We always see a drawdown in prices when the market opens, but love from the Funkari fam. What's up? What's good, Funkari in the house? Appreciate you guys pulling up. But yeah, that's pretty much it that I had for today. Like I said, this was supposed to be a video. I was pretty upset. I recorded it and then the audio was just horrible. So hopefully the audio here was good. There wasn't like the scratchy noise. I got to figure out what it is. Maybe I need a new mic. But yeah, exciting times. I have some tutorials coming out for Polymarket and a few other projects. So yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let me know if you like the live streams, because I will continue doing live streams. I've been considering getting a show going. Like I like Daily Bone. I like DGens Live. I like the idea of a live show that you either show up every day or like Monday, Wednesday, Friday type of thing. So maybe I'll do that, but I want to keep up my videos. So yeah, Perez says he likes the live. Boom. Check the Fogo collection first. Lil Fogies. It's not out yet, right? It's that's just it's minting real soon, I believe. The live is nice. Yeah, I've been like, if you guys like the live, maybe I'll just do live, because yeah, it allows me to I could be more relevant with the info too. Like if I recorded the video last night like I normally do, I would have missed the artifact news, because the artifact, we only noticed it at 11. I typically record my videos at 8 p.m. and then ship it off to the editors. So with the live, like I woke up this morning, I woke up at 7 just to do research for the live. So yeah, if you guys like the live, maybe I'll keep doing it. I'll make an official show. I'll make like a better little banner here at the bottom and stuff. And then yeah, appreciate everyone for tuning in. If you could hit the like button, it'll really help my video reach a wider audience, because YouTube looks at that as a metric. Bring back the Moon or Bust podcast. That was a fun one. I'm considering bringing guests on the show and having like multiple co-hosts and stuff. I like the dynamic of being able to talk to people, and then you have people who they have a different point of view and they have other different expertise. Like there might be a meme coin that's doing really well, and I'm not paying attention to meme coins right now, so I completely missed a whole narrative. But if you have that person, that's really cool. And then we also built, to keep up with the news, Captain, myself, and another friend, Bripto, we're building a bot called Waypoint, which it's going to be a ton of stuff. But one of the things that it is a news aggregator. We actually just made it that you could, this site's not live yet. It's coming live very soon, but you're going to be able to add the Discord bot to your Discord server. And can I show it? Is this going to show? No, because I'm sharing my window. How can I do it? Okay, let me go to Discord on this screen. Make sure I'm not even logged in. No, I'm not logged in. Look, it's a bot and it has all the news. That's how I'm making all these recaps at the end of the day. I do the recaps, but it's pinging you. Where are my recaps? Boom, like this one. So it's giving you all this information throughout the day. It's also pinging you on actionable events. So really cool tool that we're working on. So you can add it to your Discord, absolutely free. We also have like a Polymarket tool with it. We're going to be adding a ton of stuff to this. So if you want that, I don't know, comment if you're on X below this video. And but the website's going live really soon, so you're gonna be able to add it just to your Discord for absolutely free. So yeah, that's it for today's video. Appreciate you guys. Like I said, maybe I'll keep doing a live stream. I'll build out a show. If you, that's what I need. If you have a suggestion on who I should be hosting a show with, that'd be really cool if you guys could suggest that, because I'm looking for multiple people to have a show with, especially if I can't make it to the show. Like, I want somebody to still be able to stream. So yeah, just like FOMO. I like FOMO Hour on DGen Live. One of the shows with Mando, Farouk, and Tyler. Like, really good show. You guys should go watch that next. That and Daily Bone, two of my favorite. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Love you guys too. Thank you. Peace.